Fairbank's kind of hard to explain railroad-wise because there were so many changes over the years. In fact, one of the railroads that's talked about, the Arizona and Eastern, doesn't exist anymore. It ran over here, down this side, and there was a lot of changes over the years. Even, like I said in the video, David Myrick couldn't even keep up with it, and he had a lot of maps and so forth. And then, of course, all the railroads are gone, only vestiges are left. So what I thought I'd do is make this little map for you, and then that way it explains it away a little bit. Instead of me just wandering around taking random shots, you can get a little bit better gauge of what's happening and what's left and so forth. So the blue line here, which runs straight through town, and you'll see this on the video, is this one here. Runs straight through town. The post office and mercantile store here. School is here. And then this is running north, of course. North is from here to here, north to south. South to north, rather, is this way. Cemetery's up here. And then the El Paso and South Western runs this direction. Okay? Now, down here, the first thing you're going to see of any value or of any consequence is the bridge, which runs across this wash. That's right here. And then I keep referring to the Y when I walk down in this area. That's not a Y, it's a branch line that went to Nogales down here. And that was hard to find. I passed it by one time. In any case, that's where it is. And then we come up here to the dock, which is, or a loading platform, whatever you want to call it, that's right here. And then finally the other bridge. The cemetery, of course, is self-explanatory up here. Really pretty fascinating area. A lot of stuff went on there over the years. The Arizona and Eastern, which was over here, like I said, had all kinds of lines running out of it. Those lines were abandoned around, I think it was before 1926, some of them before 1913. There were 3 different Ys, turning Ys, in this area over here. And some of them came over to here, some of them came over, some of those other branch lines came from here to here. The New Mexico and Arizona and the El Paso and Southwestern were all part of the Southern Pacific when it all got done. And so they ran, both these lines ran to Douglas. And then these lines over here, of course, this one went to Tucson, this one to Benson, this one to Nogales. I hope that explains it a little better. I hope to return someday and figure out which lines went where in this direction. Some of them went to, the line to Tombstone was out in here somewhere. I haven't had time to explore that yet. But in any case, I hope that explains it a little better. It's just not that simple to explain in one video. Okay? All right, I hope you enjoy the video. This would be this is the New Mexico and Arizona railroad that ran through here. This way. And it would be, that's a subsidiary, or it folded into somebody else at one point. We'll walk down here. Well, this is the old general store and post office, as I recall. I'll take a look at the map again here in just a moment when we get it out. No doubt this was gas pumps here of some sort. Put it right on the railroad. Wish we could go and look at that a little bit, but we'll respect their wishes. Came through here, but at the same time, the depot stood just off to my left. Unfortunately, it's all gone. There's not a trace left of it. It burned down in, not so long ago, 1980, I think it said. And they just bulldozed it and took it all away. One can almost see trains rolling through here. Pretty obvious what this was at one time. Okay, we are now headed to the cemetery, Fairbank Cemetery. It's 4/10 of a mile from the middle of town. I'm assuming they didn't carry the coffins, they had them on a wagon or something. It's a very warm day today. It's probably 95, 98, somewhere in there. And I had to go back for water. You just don't do this in Arizona without some water with you. There's a piece of, probably a piece of mining equipment or something. Who knows? Looks like a chute. Anyway, I'll plug this back in again when we get nearer. Well, mile or no mile, we have arrived at the entrance to the Fairbank Cemetery. So here we go. Good stuff. I'm just glad the flies are leaving me alone. I put some anti-insect repellent on them. It's done the job. Hallelujah. Well, it looks like we have to climb. I was here once before, a lot of years ago. I kind of remember this. Looks like a regular boot hill. Hopefully, as I recall, it's not a long ways up this hill. Just to the top. Okay, lots of graves, but not many more marked the way it looks. Let's switch hands here. People still care though. This looks like rattlesnake heaven here. Another one. A little fancier, but pretty damaged nonetheless. I'll have to get a hold of the society that takes note of these and see if there's any names up here. Ah, here's a marker. Something Nelson, wife of B.M. Culler, died February 5th, 1899. M.E. Church. Great. Get the cross knocked over, of course. Angelita something. Looks like 1897. There's one there. Let's see if that says something. I'll go the other way. Oh, here's one too. Didn't see that inscription. Now some blah blah blah. 1879. Yeah, run around in a circle here. Okay, another one there. No way to identify them now, unless you know ahead of time. Arizona Pioneer Cemetery and Research Project, ACPRC. You can find them under that .org, acprc.org, on the internet. Okay, now we're on the railroad grade, starting, that's the highway that direction where that truck is parked there through the bushes. This way is the grade. Fairbank is now behind me. We're going to go down here and see if we can't find the Y as it heads out to the west. And head this way and see what we can find. Doesn't look like much of a railroad grade anymore. Well, I was wrong. That is not the railroad grade. It looks like that's ahead of me here. And that's it over there. So we're going to head a little bit more, about 50 yards to the east. Looks like a bridge over there or something, cement. So we're going over there instead. Looks kind of a rough deal. I was wrong. But here's the old bridge. Obviously the flash floods have just knocked this crazy with brush and timber and who knows what. So we're going to crawl up there somehow. You can see the abutments there. We'll get up there and go from there. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm here at the bridge here. This is located at 31.7197 and west at 110.1887. And looks to be in pretty good shape, except for all clogged up with branches and so forth. But in otherwise, a pretty fair shape. Okay, I'll walk across it now as soon as I put this garment away. A spillway on the other side here. I don't know when this was abandoned. I'll have to check with David Myrick's book, Railroads of Arizona, and see if he has any dates on this. I think it was in the late 50s, but I'm not sure of that. We're heading north right now, towards Fairbank. We're going to turn around here in a minute and go towards the Y. See if we can find that. Looks to be in pretty decent shape for being abandoned so many years, except for the usual washaways here. So. Yeah. So milepost marker, looks like, through the brush there. 19. Well, here the roadbed looks to be in really good shape for as long as it's been abandoned. Not untypical for this area. I mean, dry, relatively dry here. Keep on going. Okay, this wide spot here is at 31.7163 north and 110.1866 west. That gives you an idea where it is if you look at Google Earth. Unknown what this is. Well, if I had looked at my my own Google Earth map, I would have seen that that branch off of here, and it wasn't a Y, it's a branch, came off this side just below, just south of the bridge. And yet, oh wait a minute now, I don't see any sign of it, but maybe I do now. Right at this post here, what do we got here? What do we got here? Ooh, it's smelly here too. This is the branch off right here, I bet. And there's a post over there, cement. Look at there. Maybe this is it. Yeah. Yeah, oh boy. All right. We'll walk this a little bit here in a minute. All right, we're going to dig into this a little bit more. This looks like it's been abandoned a long time. And I am not surprised that anybody has ever found this in a long time. I'll have to dig in and see where this led to. We'll just follow it a short ways, but it's sure not evident unless you see it on a map somewhere from overhead. I missed it completely, and then I had the idea that it was farther down the line. Yeah, that's about it for me. All right, we're in the other side of the highway. This is downtown Fairbank again, and we're going to head down and try to find that trestle or bridge, whichever it may be. And I believe it's off this path here, which is we're going to follow. This direction. We're just outside Fairbank now. The old platform. Passenger platform, I imagine. Far out, okay. Where it goes under the highway. For this railroad anyway, which is the one that we were on the other side of the highway. Here's the highway bridge. passenger platform, or at least freight, or both. Very interesting. Ooh, I like it. Yeah. Continue south. And just a few more steps, and I mean a few, and here's the bridge, which used to be easily seen from the highway just a few years ago. This was too easy.